TNA is the first ever company to issue a public apology to the fans. And you know why? Because the axe dropped not once, but twice.
And the ball dropped tonight. This was probably the worst Impact I think we've seen since it went to Spike TV. I say probably, it was.
This is the after Mania show. This is the after BFG.
Yeah, this wasn't good. I mean, this was the first show after the big Bound for Glory, and it was disappointing. It really, really was. Matches were poor, promos were poor, just a lack of anything exciting happening throughout the entire night. I'm trying to think of one standout thing that happened, and I can't. We even got the return of Team 3D, but the promo just didn't really do it for me. Nothing on this edition of TNA done it for me. I think the best thing that we've got is probably the commentary team. Mike Tenay and Don West, they do work well together.
Well, paper bag, boy!
And I don't think anybody would have said that they were the best thing about TNA in 2005, but I think they were the best thing tonight. We start with the opening match. Abyss with Fowler James Mitchell defeating Lance Hoyt.
It's an alright match.
The big ticked-off Texan, Lance Hoyt, he loses to the Black Hole Slam. Abyss has a bag of thumbtacks, but the lights go out after the match. Sabu appears, and he's got barbed wire wrapped around his arm. Abyss looks horrified. He doesn't want any piece of Sabu, and Abyss makes his escape.
It's a bit shit that Abyss is bottling this.
Yeah.
I get he's got barbed wire, but I mean, Abyss is supposed to be a 6'8" fucking monster. And he's bottling some midget guy with barbed wire wrapped around his hand.
I think Kane or Undertaker would have bottled this, would they?
No.
Oh, barbed wire. I'm going to run to the back. Then Mike Tenay and Don West were at ringside when Jeff Jarrett and Larry Zbyszko came out. Mike Tenay was first apologising for the production mistake made during Ultimate X match. He says that they will have a rematch next week at the Impact Primetime Special, and that they are the only ever wrestling company to apologise to the fans, I guess.
The only ever wrestling company to have such a fucking botched match, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. They could have just had the fucking match restarted at the paper, or just cancel it.
What, did TNA genuinely think this is a good look, coming out and saying this?
Oh, look, we're admitting our faults. I mean, no, you're just bringing it up again. Most people were trying to forget what happened.
I mean, like, it's even like a WCW or WWE, they would try and create better TV to make up for what they've done, not fucking openly admit, here, that was a bit shit. I mean, come on. I mean, tonight was in... Tonight, you were in WCW. If you had the fucking balls, you could have been like, you know what? See half the stuff we did in 2000. It was fucking shit. Exactly.
But see if you do something shite, you try and just move on. Don't talk about it again, and try and make sure the next thing you do is great. But no, they apologised then. Jeff Jarrett dragged Zbyszko out, and he says that, yeah, well, that's not the only match that's happening on the Primetime Special Edition, because I'm also getting a rematch with Rhino.
Rhino!
Then we got Christopher Daniels versus Jarrell Clark. I mean, am I supposed to care?
Who is this guy? Jarrell Clark? Jarrell?
Now, apparently this was a replacement match that aired instead of the Naturals match, because during the Naturals match, Chase Stevens broke his neck. So, not very good for the Naturals, losing the tag team belts, and then one of them breaks his neck.
Jesus.
So this match was apparently just like taped.
Who were they against?
Not too sure, but this match was like taped, and then they were thrown in there. So, I don't know, thoughts on the match?
I'll forgive them for that a wee bit then. But again, this is the best you fucking had.
The Fallen Angel, Christopher.
Tell you what, like, I mean, if we've seen a guy break his neck, it would have made the show a bit more memorable, but we didn't, so...
I don't want to see that. Then we got an interview with Shane Douglas and Raven, and Raven's minion...
Finally, we get Raven?
Raven's minion was there, Cassidy Riley. Raven's finally allowed in the arena. Shane Douglas was asking Raven what was going through his head since Bound for Glory. Cassidy Riley shows up and he says maybe Raven was going soft, maybe he did let a girl go to his head. Raven then backhands Cassidy Riley and walks off. What's this whole shit with Raven letting a girl get to his head? Yeah. I don't fucking get it.
I know, can we see proof? Like, that's like 3 different people that said it. There's a proof to the porridge.
Raven finally gets in the building. He doesn't say shit.
I know.
What about me? What about Raven? No, but like the last couple of times I've seen him, he's been screaming and he's been getting thrown out. Tonight, he's allowed in and he doesn't say shit. Like, I don't know. Make it make sense. Up next, we've got the Indian sensation, Sonjay Dutt teaming with AJ Styles, taking on Alex Shelley and Roderick Strong. I mean, AJ Styles.
Job fest. Job fest.
I mean, Sonjay Dutt might be big in India. But he's not big in the Fog Wrestling household, that's for sure. We don't like him.
No.
We've got nothing good to say about Sanjay Dutt.
No, but it's like Daniels and Styles were just in a feud, and then like watching this show, you wouldn't think they're in anything.
You wouldn't. And then we had Scott D'Amore come out during this match, and he complained to Mike Tenay about TNA rescheduling the Ultimate X match. He says that Petey Williams won it fair and square. And then we had Scott D'Amore and Tenay just like rambling on and ranting at each other for like 30 seconds, a minute on commentary, and this was probably the best thing I think about this match.
Yeah, you could Don West in the middle. He's in the broad paper bag sandwich. He just does not want anything to do with it, but he has to take it. Don West, baby.
Scott D'Amore is a decent character. I think he's all right.
He's a weirdo, but
he's a weirdo, but he's our weirdo. Then we go back. Well, he's definitely not our weirdo. Then we go backstage. We've got Larry Sabisco. Why is it fucking Larry Sabisco in every single segment? He's with the Free Live crew and Kip James. Kip James is going to be the special guest referee at the match at Genesis when Free Live crew take on Team Canada. They're getting their rematch, and Larry Sabisco grants the request. Conan, though, didn't like it. So Conan doesn't want Kip James to be the special referee. I feel like we get way too much Free Live crew on these shows.
Right, why does Conan not want this guy to be... Well, what has this guy done? Seriously? This is just paranoia.
Oh, I'm jealous. You're going to steal the Road Dogg away from us.
It reminds me of Fear the Walking Dead when Daniel wants to take Strand's MP5 on his own fucking boat. Why?
Yeah, I don't get it. And then main event, America's Most Wanted defeated Free Live crew again. It's like Free Live crew fucking everywhere.
They're just jobbers.
After the match, we go to the real main event, I guess, the non-match main event. The Dudleys are here. Brother Ray says that they want to come to TNA and make an impact. They want the fans to give America's Most Wanted a round of applause for throwing a funeral for them. 3D says they're going to make everyone who took part in the funeral pay for what they did. And I mean, it wasn't the worst promo, but it just didn't really do it for me.
It didn't help though, right? You've got a shit show, and the crowd, I think we're feeling a wee bit deflated for that, and like, you've got Bubba announcing this, on paper, epic 3-on-3 match. The Dudley's first match at TNA, teaming with the champion against Jarrett in the the America's Most Wanted. And the
tag team champs.
The crowd were like,
Crowd weren't having it.
Devon is good on the mic, but I wasn't feeling it the night from him.
Team Canada appears. Scott D'Amore's there. He says, well, that's it. We ain't going to wait a week. So they run into the ring. Outnumbered, Team Canada 5-on-2 beatdown of the Dudleys. And then the Free Live crew appear, and it's like, holy fucking shit. Enough of the Free Live crew, for God's sake.
10th time lucky.
Then we get America's Most Wanted. Team 3D hit a 3D on some member of Team Canada. Then Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted come down. They start attacking the Dudleys. Rhino then makes his way down to the ring without his theme song playing. Gets into the ring. And before he can really start laying in any offense, that is it. Mike Tenay takes us off the air and tells us to join in next week. So
TNA have no grasp how to end the fucking show. I feel like it just goes like that. Like, it ends mid-brawl. Like, Rhino's the champ, and we got about 5 seconds of him.
Yeah, they've done that with Kevin Nash, sure, the show before Bound for Glory.
Now,
as soon as Kevin Nash stepped over the top rope, oh, that's it, we'll see it Bound for Glory.
The first show was great. The ending. Team 3D, then Nash appearing. This was just a fucking... It just felt flat, the entire show.
The second show was great, with the Dudleys left bleeding in the middle of the ring.
But this should be the best show. Right, give people a reason to stay after Bound for Glory. And I'm not feeling it. I'm going to give it a 2. I thought it was pretty fucking shite.
2, I'll give it a 3. A generous 3. Very generous 3.
Hopefully the Natural didn't die or whatever.
The Natural, Chase Stevens. Yeah, hopefully Chase Stevens is alright, but yeah, this show was not alright, guys.
I don't really know much of the Naturals after this point, so maybe something did happen.
Yeah, anyway, get well soon, Chase Stevens. Hopefully TNA can get well soon next week. We have a special 2-hour show, so yeah, hopefully it's not 2 hours of this shit, or else it's going to be in trouble.
It will be in trouble, but that is a 2.5 out of 10.
Not great.
Easily the worst show so far.
Definitely.
And we'll see you next time, 3rd of November.
Of course we will.
Be square. Hit me with it.
Hit me there. Hit me with your best shot. Tonight wasn't TNA's best shot. I'll tell you that right now. Hopefully we get better next week on the 2-hour Prime Time Live. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.